This is how we ride. This is how we do.
So we had an interesting video come out, and it was on good old XR. Scott Bloomquist, you had Kyle Strickler in here, and Tyler Erb. And apparently, Tyler Erb called me out, I guess, on this position-sensitive shot scenario around the 6th car of rumbling. It was around the droop roll and all this stuff. And I'm just a dumbass, and everybody's just a dumbass to speculate that these, amazing mental engineers don't have something going on besides outdated technology, which is what the position-sensitive shock apparently was. Now, I don't really want to apologize and say I'm sorry for speculating, because I don't ever want to sit here and say, I'm just going to stop thinking because your public pressure called me a dumbass. I'm sorry. I just value my ability to think more than, my ability to succumb to peer pressure and bullying. Or whatever you want to call that this whole deal has been, because I saw something that is out of my wheelhouse. I'm a sprint car guy at heart, mainly, I know more about sprint cars than late models and modifieds. I saw something that moved. I had a few people message me, what's this? Oh my God, I saw a bunch of people with reaction, and I'm like, all right, looks like something's going on to me, so I'm going to talk about it. I get it, research, you didn't know what you were talking about, blah, 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 blah. I'm sorry, I'm still not going to lose my ability to speculate. And what I kind of wanted to talk about here with Scott Bloomquist was the unknown. Of course, he mentioned something in this podcast that when I heard it, it caught my ear so hard. It's like, maybe he does know a little bit. Maybe he's not just some old guy who's done too many drugs in his lifetime. Now, in this, he mentions at one point a draconian bloodline. Now, if everybody's laughing, he's drunk, they're all talking crap in here, but when you go look into this stuff, there's that funny joke out there where this high school girl, connects all the presidents in some type of form of relation, and all the world leaders are all connected to some bloodline and in relation. You could go look it up. And you may be like, well, how is Scott Bloomquist a part of that bloodline? Well, he's in an iconic position. In these bloodlines, or in these scenarios, you are ranked based on how pure your line is. Now, just like kings and queens of old, they had plenty of mistresses, and their DNA was dispersed throughout not just a royal bloodline, but it moved into the peasantries and has been diluted throughout time. Now, Scott Bloomquist, he's saying he's a part of that bloodline, and that's why he has the abilities he does behind a race car. That's also why he is in this iconic worship-based role in the racing industry, and all kinds of things that could, solidify what he's saying as fact. Now, like I said, I had a very interesting experience, and it kind of killed my fuck it. So I sit here and say whatever the hell I think, and anything that's ever happened to me, I'm not afraid to talk about. But it really caught my ear when he said that, because Scott Bloomquist, in a way, knows. How much does he know? I don't know. Me and Larson can talk about it at the temple meeting at the end of the month. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I was an announcer and did things for a racetrack and marketed and did this and that and the other, and got to experience a lot of different things. And I got to a point where I wanted to really make true differences in the sport, and I was in a position where I had to. It was kind of a live or die scenario as far as making things work. I started digging into some stuff, and I found me some things, and then when I found me some things and started talking about them, things just started happening to me. And I couldn't explain what it was, but it was definitely some next level shit. Now, after I had this next level shit happen to me, I'm the type of guy, I do some research. Maybe it wasn't on the position sensitive shocks, but when I researched what happened to me, I found a guy, when he started to tell his story of what happened to him, it was pretty much 100% dead on to what I experienced and what happened to me. And that person's name is David Icke, ladies and gentlemen. Now, this guy in today's world's next level. If you want to go look into some of the stuff he believes, it's fine. Like I said, I recognize what happened to me was very similar to him, almost 100% correct. And did I fall for his teachings or what he preaches now, or his belief factor? No. That's why I'm so deep into different ideologies and different ways of looking into the world and different ways of life. I do not subscribe to anything that anyone is telling me as a fact, but there are sprinkles of truth in everything. There's a bunch of different forms and factors out there. There's probably more than one bloodline out there as well, even though the theory is there's only one, you know. Like I said, it started talking about this. There's decoys. There's always a decoy. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, just some interesting things that I heard Bloomquist talk about last night, and it just made me think, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and, you know, say some things that I experienced and I learned through relatable experiences. And when he said that, man, it didn't strike a nerve, but it definitely caught my ear. And for those who don't know about this Strickler bloodline, I invite y'all to go look into it. I invite y'all to go and try to look at it without a conspiracy, you're idiot, you're crazy based eye, because based on experience, I halfway know that it isn't bullshit. But anyway, Kyle Larson and your vampire ass, see you at the end of the month. And we could talk about all the heebie-jeebies that, you know, your position-sensitive shock scenario caused. Because I just don't buy it. I still don't buy it. Y'all can shill. Another word y'all might want to learn. Y'all can all shill for the star and all this stuff. But I still kind of feel like if that was Brandon Overton and his car did that, it wouldn't be 100% defense like we're seeing right now. There'd probably be 60% defense and 40% saying, oh, there it is. That's how he's doing it. And maybe when they go to jack it up, you know, it pushes the right front down and it hinders it from going up even any higher when they go to measure. And that's how he's cheating the draw or anything. Right front to left rear. I mean, everybody just, but since it's Kyle Larson, 100% defense, he's God, he's everybody, oh my God, nothing wrong. It's Kevin Rumley made a device, but he can't make any more devices, apparently. I honestly think that all of y'all's position is just straight up sensitive when it comes to the bloodline. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, like the video, comment below with what you think. Have y'all looked into this? If y'all say, oh my God, you experienced with David, I've listened to him, watched him, all that. Unfortunately, that story of mine is true. 100% sober, straight, nothing else. And I had shit happen to me when I started digging a little bit too deep on a scenario that I still halfway fight today. But you learn that some of these leaders in our world and even some of the performers on our screen are a part of the scenario. And when you start messing with their show that they're putting on, things can happen. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, as always, be sure to subscribe and we will hopefully catch you next time. Oh yeah. And as always, only you can prevent forest fires. The petrified kind.
This is how we ride. This is how we do. Ride mud, slide, no